The Dead Don't Die it's a troll of a movie. It's meant to troll moviegoers. It's definitely meant to troll fans of the zombie movie genre, because that's exactly what this is. It's a zombie movie in its most basic, simplistic expression. It's a movie in which people are killed by zombies. That's it. That's the basic premise and summary of The Dead Don't Die. But what's infuriating about this movie is that it actually planted the seeds for some amazing ideas that could have easily made this movie a cult classic. Let me explain. Start off with the bad first. Which isn't going to take long. The first hour of the movie is you're introduced to the people who are going to be killed in the last half hour of the movie. That's it. That's pretty much the first hour of the movie. And when I mean introduced, that's it. There's no characterization. There's no personality to these people. You're introduced to them. They have some inane dialogue, and you go up to the next character. Now, the owner of the funeral home has some personality. She's weird, and she can use a samurai sword. That's it. That's pretty much her character. The two main characters, the sheriff, Bill Murray, and I guess the deputy, Adam Driver, are just as bad. They have no personality. They're like so blasé throughout the whole movie. It's like everything that they're doing is like, oh, this is what a typical zombie movie is supposed to be like, so we're just going to go through the motions, I guess. Well, unfortunately, that does not an interesting movie make, though it might make an interesting, YouTube video, but... And then, in the last half hour, the zombies show up, and the zombies end up just killing the people we were introduced to in the first hour. And then for the most part, they're just milling around the town. That's it. That's The Dead Don't Die in a nutshell. But its little twist and unique perspective is that in the beginning of the movie, you have the opening credits and you have the theme song, The Dead Don't Die. Then, near the beginning of the movie, the sheriff and the deputy, I'm just going to call him the deputy, are in the patrol car, and they're listening to the radio, and the song, The Dead Don't Die, is playing on the radio. And the sheriff goes, wow, why does this song sound so familiar? And the deputy goes, oh, it's because it's the theme song. So you're going, oh, okay, this is the comedy aspect. They're going to break the fourth wall. They're going to know they're in a zombie movie. That's the joke, apparently. Nope. The sheriff goes, actually doesn't even react. Just turns back and starts driving. No reaction, no response, nothing. So it's like, what was the point of that? I don't get it. There's no more breaking of the fourth wall throughout the entire film until the last 10 minutes of the movie. And that's when the sheriff and the deputy are in the patrol car. They're stuck in the graveyard, and they're surrounded by all the zombies. And the sheriff mentions, and the deputy goes, oh, I told you this wasn't going to end well, because that's what the deputy says throughout the movie. So at the end of the movie, the sheriff goes, you said that throughout, ever since this started. How did you know that? And the deputy, being played by Adam Driver, now is Adam Driver saying, oh, it's because I read the script. Now all of a sudden, Bill Murray, who plays the deputy, the sheriff, now reacts to it going, oh, really? I only got my lines. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Why didn't you react at the beginning of the movie, but now suddenly you're reacting at the end of the movie? Because you're not even following your own rules of breaking the fourth wall. So now we've established that they're breaking the fourth wall. This is now part of the movie. Then the owner of the funeral parlor, the samurai-wielding, quirky character, shows up at the graveyard. A flying saucer suddenly appears. Now again, at this point, there's so little to interest you in this movie that despite how stupid and out of place this flying saucer is, you're kind of going, oh, well, at least something interesting is happening. So anyway, the flying saucer shows up, and the director of the funeral parlor gets beamed up and flies off. Then Adam Driver goes, oh, well, that was unexpected. And Bill Murray goes, wasn't that in the script? And then Adam Driver goes, not in the one I got. Then all of a sudden they're going, well, okay, I guess we're going to go back to, the movie now. I guess we're just going to have to deal with this. Yep, we're going to have to deal with this the best we can. But it all ends badly for us, right? Yep, it all ends badly. I was like, wait a minute, no, it doesn't. Because here's where they even screw up breaking the fourth wall. Because Adam Driver admitted that the script that he had didn't have the flying saucer scene. Which means he has no idea what's going to happen now. He's got the wrong script. So, at the very least, when Bill Murray goes, I guess, we're all going to end badly soon, Adam Driver should have at least said, well, now I don't know. And this is where the movie is so infuriating, because it set itself up to have a Monty Python Holy Grail type ending. It had the opportunity to have like the Blazing Saddles type ending, where they could have completely gone off the rails. Like, literally, Bill Murray could have gone, oh, well, screw this, and then just got up and walked out. Or, they could have called, he could have gotten on the phone and called in the characters from The Walking Dead, and they show up. Or, anything. Dwayne Johnson could have showed up and, in like some giant 4x4 and carrying missiles and just, they had the opportunity to go, oh, let's just go off the rails with this because that spaceship is pretty much off the rails. Let's just keep going. No, let's just go back to the movie, and we're going to have the sheriff and the deputy fight zombies for 10 minutes and then die. Yay. But then, while they're near the end of the scene when they're fighting and dying by the zombies, you have this hermit preaching or trying to give off this message about consumerism, which is so weak and so pathetic, because you have in the last half hour, you see some zombies going back to what they did when they were alive. Like you have, one zombie, in a tennis outfit playing tennis. Either she was buried in her tennis outfit or she went home to change. I have no idea. Or you have people on their phones, and the whole idea is how, the zombies are, still consumed by consumerism, even like they were when they were alive. But here's how here's how this movie or this director and this message fails. Because only some zombies are like that. The majority of the zombies are just doing nothing but wandering the town. Oops! Apparently the director forgot that part of his own movie. But here's the thing. That idea is brilliant. That would have been great. Imagine you have the zombies rising up and then just going back to what they were doing when they were humans, like playing video games or, being on Twitter or going on YouTube. That would have been an amazing comedy where you would have had the zombies just going back and acting as if they weren't even zombies, just going back to being the brain dead consumerisms they were when they were alive. That would have at least have been a message. That would have at least have been a comedy. You could have had like a foodie zombie where after just killing some human, put some kind of artisanal little twist to it and take a selfie with them. You could have had like all these zombies, instead of just wandering the town aimlessly, just wandering around aimlessly with their cell phones in their hand. You could have done something with it, but no. Apparently, this director has no idea what the hell he's doing. Gee, where have I heard that before? That's the more disappointing aspect of this film than the boring aspect of it's just a bunch of people being killed by zombies. It's a fail in and of itself, and it's a fail in what it could have been, but didn't even bother trying. Anyway, I'm done with this. I'm out of here. See ya.